Welcome to Tired Mommy Revival. Hey mama, are you running on coffee fumes? Feeling like brain fog, fatigue, and anxiety are running the show? Do you wake up dreading the day ahead, already overwhelmed by the endless to-do list and unsure how you'll make it through? Do you long for the energy to enjoy motherhood and care for yourself, but feel stuck and unsure where to start? Let me remind you of something life-changing. You were created for more energy, more clarity, more joy. Hi, I'm Jerusha, certified holistic wellness coach, wife and mom to 2 wild boys and 1 baby girl in heaven. I know the exhaustion you're feeling because I've been there, barely making it through the day, relying on coffee and chocolate to survive, and wondering why nothing I tried ever made me feel better. Then, God stepped in and revealed a powerful truth. A woman's body is beautifully and uniquely designed to thrive. When we align with how God created us, we can boost our energy, bust through fatigue, and step into the vibrant, joy-filled life He has for us. Mama, I'm living proof that it's possible. These days, I wake up refreshed, nourish my body with intention, and navigate the chaos of motherhood with patience and peace. Most days. And I want to help you do the same. If you're ready to swap exhaustion for energy, brain fog for clarity, and guilt for grace, you're in the right place. Each week, we'll dive into practical strategies, faith-filled truths, and empowering tools to renew your health, body, soul, and spirit. Are you ready for this? Let's do it, mama. We just wrapped up our Bible food tour series, and let me tell you, my heart is still so full from those episodes. We got to see how God intentionally designed food, real, nourishing, fruit of the land kind of food, as a gift for our bodies, our homes, and our relationship with Him. But after talking about all those beautiful fruits and vegetables, I know what question might be on your mind next. Jerusha, does organic actually matter? And I get it, because I used to wonder the same thing. Is it just a clever marketing scheme to make me pay more at the grocery store? Is it really worth the higher price tag? And how in the world are moms with 3 kids and a tight grocery budget supposed to manage it? Today, I want to give you a very different answer than what you might hear out there. One that brings clarity, not confusion. One that brings freedom, not pressure. Because mama, if the label organic is causing you stress and guilt, we need to talk. If you've ever stood in the grocery store aisle staring at prices, trying to figure out which label to trust while your toddler screams in the cart, you are not alone. Maybe you want to feed your family well, but every time you look at those organic options, it feels impossible. Here's the truth. Organic is wonderful, but it's not mandatory. Health is not all or nothing. It's a spectrum, and that's why I like to think in terms of good, better, and best. Good would be eat the veggies. Better would be eat organic when you can. And the best option? Grow a garden. Go out there and pick the produce fresh from your own land and eat it within hours while it's ripe and fresh for eating. But mama, if buying all organic keeps you from buying any vegetables at all, then it's not good for you. Here's something I want you to hold on to. The worst vegetable is the one you didn't eat. Let me repeat that. The worst vegetable is the one you didn't eat. So what is organic anyway? And why does it matter? Let's break it down simply. When a food is labeled organic, it means it was grown and processed without synthetic pesticides, herbicides like glyphosate, antibiotics or artificial hormones like in animal products, or genetically modified organisms, also known as GMOs. But here's why that matters for you, mama. Let's take glyphosate, for example. It's the most common herbicide used in conventional farming, and it's been classified as a probable carcinogen. But beyond cancer risk, it messes with your health in sneaky ways. It damages your gut lining, leading to leaky gut and inflammation. It disrupts your hormones, particularly estrogen and cortisol. It burdens your liver, the organ responsible for detoxing all those toxins out of the body, and it slows down your metabolism, making it harder to lose weight and easier to feel fatigued, foggy, and bloated. Add that up over time, that means that you're exhausted, inflamed, and you can't figure out why your body isn't responding to healthy changes. That's why even just reducing your toxic load can make a huge difference in your energy levels, hormone balance, and mental clarity. The thing is that if you're trying to get back to the Garden of Eden, we have to realize that we're living in the in-between. We're living in between the perfect and pure place of the Garden of Eden and the garden that God is going to bring back and restore on the earth one day. We're living in the in-between, and it's imperfect and it's a broken system. But the food that God placed on the earth still carries purpose for your health in your body, even while it's imperfect. So don't get discouraged and just say, who cares? Let's eat the processed food anyway because it's all bad for us. Because the thing is that the food on the shelves and the boxes that's overly processed is void of any nutrients. And the fruits and vegetables on the shelves, even if they're not organic, are still packed with really good things for you. When you can't do all organic, start here. I always recommend starting with the Dirty Dozen and Clean 15 lists. If you've never heard of those before, let me tell you what those are. The Dirty Dozen includes the fruits and veggies with the highest pesticide residue. These are your best organic purchases when possible. And the Clean 15 are the ones with the lowest residue. So conventional versions are usually fine. Don't worry about buying organic in those. You can find updated lists each year from the Environmental Working Group, also known as EWG, and I'll link them in the show notes so you can keep them handy next time you shop. When you go to their website, you plug in your email and they'll give you a PDF with this document. You can print it off. It's got a little card size list. You can fold it in half and keep it in your wallet or your purse so you have it with you when you're shopping. And I'll tell you just a couple of what's on these lists. The Dirty Dozen, those options that you really want to look for organic, include some things like spinach, strawberries, kale, grapes, apples, blueberries, potatoes. And then the Clean 15, some of the top ones on there are pineapple, avocado, onions, cabbage, mangoes, bananas. So this is really encouraging because it's like, okay, the Clean 15, I don't have to worry about buying organic for those. When we start to understand what's going to be the biggest bang for our buck, we can get really encouraged that we don't have to be all in on organic to make a big difference in our diets. And here's an extra challenge I have for you this week. It's called the Taste Test Challenge. Try buying both conventional and organic versions of the same fruit, like apples, strawberries, or something like carrots. You might be surprised how much better the organic ones taste. I mean, think about it. When you get produce from a garden in someone's backyard, it tastes so much better than what you get from the grocery store. Well, organic tastes better than regular foods, and that alone has motivated me to make the switch more than once. Now, let's touch on the difference between organic and non-GMO. What's the difference there? Let's clear this up because these two labels are not the same. Organic means the product was grown naturally without synthetic chemicals, GMOs, or antibiotics, and it's certified by USDA standards. Now, non-GMO simply means the product doesn't contain genetically modified ingredients, but it could still be sprayed with synthetic pesticides or grown with other harmful chemicals. So, all organic is also non GMO, but all non GMO is not organic. That's why it's important to look for the USDA organic label when possible. It's the most comprehensive safeguard against toxic inputs and genetic modification. Organic is the gold standard for health safety. Now, I know everyone has different access to healthy foods. Maybe you don't have a local health store nearby, or maybe, like me, you'd rather avoid standing in the aisle reading labels while your kids try to sneak cookies in the cart. Or maybe you just don't want to drive all around town to 5 different grocery stores looking for the best sales and the best branded products to find the organic things that you need or like. And I have an amazing solution for you, mamas. Thrive Market is an amazing online resource for organic healthy foods. I've used them for over 3 years, putting in an order every month, and I wouldn't recommend them unless I genuinely believed in and absolutely loved them. Here's why. They hold super high standards on what they allow and don't allow in their products. They offer affordable prices, regular sales events, and price matching. There have been times when I would buy something on Thrive and then I would go to a grocery store and I would see that the regular priced item was cheaper than what I paid on Thrive. I would take a picture of it, send it to Thrive, and they would refund me the balance. And I love that. You can also order once a month, and if you have an order over $50, you don't even have to pay shipping. And honestly, that's been easy for us because we buy some of our regular groceries from there, including organic coffee, herbs, baking staples, and even personal care products. And they're all shipped straight to our door. And I love giving my money to places like Thrive instead of Walmart if I can. Plus, I'm saving money too. There's no stress, no label confusion, just click and go. And I'll drop a link in the show notes if you want to check it out or even grab my referral link for some extra savings too. At the end of the day, whether it's organic or conventional, God's design for food is good. And fresh produce, no matter how it's grown, is loaded with antioxidants to fight inflammation, vitamins and minerals for energy and immunity, and fiber for your digestion and hormones. So if you're stressed out about your grocery choices, I want you to take a deep breath and ask yourself, what can I do today? You may not be able to go all organic, but ask yourself, what can I do? Maybe it's swapping one produce item to organic. Maybe it's choosing frozen veggies instead of skipping them altogether. Maybe it's finally planting that basil on the windowsill or starting just one backyard tomato plant with your kids. Don't underestimate the power of a small step in the right direction. I know so many times people will get discouraged and they think, if I can't buy all organic, then what's the point at all? Why even try? Why even eat the vegetables if they're just as bad for me as everything else? Well, the truth is that yes, a lot of our food is imperfect, but it doesn't mean that it's not still good for you. And it doesn't mean that small steps don't take you in the right direction. I can tell you from over 10 years of experience in walking out my own wellness journey, it was the small steps that carried me to a life of wellness. If you're waiting for that magic moment when all of a sudden you wake up and you have hundreds of extra dollars in your budget to buy organic and get the supplements that you've been looking forward to, and for your life to just all of a sudden come together and work for being healthy, let me tell you, that magic moment never comes. Okay. And so you can stay stuck right where you're at in your path of wellness and move absolutely nowhere. Or you can say, okay, I may not be able to walk a mile today, but I could take 3 steps. What's a first step I can take right now. And when you do that, you move yourself down that path of wellness in the right direction. And over time, it makes a big difference. So don't underestimate the power of small steps and small choices on your wellness journey. They are so incredibly powerful and will ultimately get you to where you want to be. Keep going, mama. I know you can do it. God sees your effort. He honors your stewardship, and He'll meet you right where you are, grocery cart and all. Now, I want to leave you with this final encouragement. Mama, I know this journey can feel messy, but health isn't found in guilt or striving. It's found in grace and wisdom. And if you want to dive deeper into how to eat, detox, and fast in a way that's made for a woman's body, I'd love to invite you to join me in the Live Healthy Mama course. Inside, we'll walk through how to balance your hormones, boost your energy, bust through brain fog, and live vibrantly for God. Yes, even in the middle of messy motherhood. So, don't forget to check out the show notes for a link to the Dirty Dozen and Clean 15 lists, my Thrive Market referral link if you're looking for an easy mom-approved way to shop, and all the info on Live Healthy Mama, because girl, your wellness journey doesn't have to wait for someday. Remember, you don't have to do it all. Just start with what you can. And remember, you were created for wellness, and you're doing better than you think. Until next time, my friend. Mama, I hope this episode blessed you and reminded you that you were beautifully and uniquely made to thrive. If today's conversation spoke to your heart, I'd love for you to take a moment to leave a rating and review. Not only does it encourage me, but it helps more tired mamas discover the hope, healing, and energy they've been searching for. You're not in this alone. Make sure to hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. Together, we'll reclaim your energy, renew your health, and revive your spirit, one step at a time. Until next time, remember, you are beautifully designed by God to live with energy, clarity, and joy. You're not just surviving, mama. You're stepping into the vibrant life you were created for. I'm cheering you on.